different, and each one has a story. I will share some of the hardest waiting periods of my life, and I pray this will teach you to share yours. We aren't rushing to get through these times, pretending we're okay. We are sitting in them, looking around us, and allowing our grief to be a piece of the learning. I pray you will find inspiration whether you have been waiting 5 days or 5 years. For most of my adult life, I haven't been able to quit a book. I never jumped to the end to see what happened, and I never ever stopped reading a book early, no matter how unsatisfactory I found it. My husband finally convinced me that my time was worth more than a bad read. If I didn't like it, I'd skip to the end to see what the outcome was and then move on. While I still feel guilty at times, this practice of skipping over what isn't bringing me joy has been a huge breakthrough. Here's what I'm giving you: the end. You will come out of this stronger, better prepared, and hopefully happier as you move into the next wait. You will learn to be authentic and honest with yourself and those around you. But you need to do the work. At the end of each chapter, you will be given action, as well as practices and tools that will help you move through this season. 6 areas of focus. 1. Protecting your mind. 2. Getting fit for the fight. 3. Sharing your story. 4. Finding your support. 5. Resting. 6. Accepting God's timing. This is a time of growth. It's scary, and many of you might be in tremendous pain in this wait. Oh, sister, how my heart hurts for you. I don't know you personally, but I do know you because I have been there. Broken, bruised, afraid I would never come up for air. I promise there is hope. This wait isn't going to break you. This life isn't too much, even though it so often feels that way. You will come out stronger, and you will survive even if the worst-case scenario becomes reality. Once you learn to straighten your crown and waltz your way through this wait, you can finally move on, because each waiting room leads to the next, until we eventually get to the place we are all waiting for: home, on our throne, with our Heavenly Father. Yet the Lord longs to be gracious to you. Therefore he will rise up to show you compassion. For the Lord is a God of justice. Blessed are all who wait for him. Isaiah chapter 30, verse 18, New International Version. Protect your mind. When my thoughts tend to go to what if, lead me back to but God. 1. Old Woman in the Shoe. I have an actor friend. Let's call him Jason, because this is not a book about giving away celebrity secrets. Movies and television have been his job for over 20 years. He's not often in the pages of gossip magazines and pop culture news programs, but I bet you would recognize him if you passed him on the street, or at least take a second look. He has a presence. You just know he's someone. He's one of the people in my life whom I consider a part of my spiritual support group. Something so important for you to have in these times of waiting. Each time we talk, whether it's about our kids or work or really good food, this guy crushes food. Seriously, his metabolism is quite admirable. We don't get more than a few words in without mentioning our walk with the Lord. It may be something that came up in morning prayer, or a podcast we heard, or what God's doing in our lives and the lives of our families. But God is always in the discussion. It's one of my favorite relationships because of this fact. We've seen each other through divorce, job loss, marriage, births, and everything in between. God has been right there in all of it with us, and has used my friendship with this man, who can eat a dozen donuts after breakfast and not put on a pound. Honestly, he is a superhero, to teach me so much.